I think we recording. Okay. It's your boy Worthy. You are now attending Church in the Wild. We live, we hot as they say on the set. I got my elevator music playing in the background. It's Monday. We got that masculine energy, you know the wave. I got a special guest tonight tapping in with us, chopping it up with your ninja, man. I got Sko Dollar, aka, well, should I say Maurice E. Murray, aka Sko Dollar. I'm real familiar with this gentleman, but I want to introduce the people that I, gather with to the brother. He was in here last week. Let me turn this down. So he was in here with us last week. We had a guest. We had Shay. You know what I'm saying? Again, I like to have the regular smugglers. I'm a regular smuggler. We just shine, like celebrities. We don't intend to be, but I had the homie Shane here. We was talking our mess, and bro attended. He like, yeah, man, I'll be a part of the service. You know what I'm saying? I watch bro since we've been like pups in the sandbox getting to it. So if you've ever attended service with me on Monday or Wednesday, we sit, we talk, we gather. We shoot out our opinions. We find an understanding about each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean we don't disagree with each other. Sometimes we agree, but we do it in a respectful manner. So yeah, you tapped into Church in a While with Worthy. I see I got one person in here from YouTube watching. I appreciate you, man. Facebook, I gotta do the usual. I gotta make sure I be an example. I love myself. I support myself. So I take the time to go into my own live. I share it. I comment, because when others want, you got to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get off your ass and do that shit, man. I see I got people on Facebook joining too. What's up with y'all? Do me a favor. Y'all shut a live. I got a special guest. Like I said, I got Maurice E. Murray, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Sko Dollar. He from the home state of mine, you know what I'm saying, Gary, Indiana. Hometown kid. He doing his thing. He got a podcast. He got several businesses, but that's not why he here. He here to drop jewels. You know what I'm saying? Gems. So again, shut it live. I'm gonna play a little more elevator music. The homie just entered. He in the green room. I'm sharing it live. I'm working the buttons. That's why it's a good thing to have a team. People behind you. Somebody to help you out. This shit is. It's pretty hard, man. We make it look easy though. You gotta know niggas like me, Sko Dollar. The other guys is doing it all across, and we make it look easy, but it's hard. And I say that, you know what I'm saying, with no issues. I was supposed to have some music lined up, some of that Sko Dollar, James Worthy, but I wasn't prepared. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got this hot ass trench coat on, looking like some Halloween or something, man. Hot to the motherfucker, boy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take that motherfucker off. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play something, man. Play something else, man. I'm gonna bring the homie on. I'm like I said, I gotta work the net, make sure I share the live. Shit, I hope Sko Dollar shared the live. Yeah. Shout out to Chinaman. Chinaman giving out that 10K GIJ. I just was back home and now I gotta make sure I shout them out. That's something big, man. They gave out 10K. I haven't seen nobody do that ever. They took the time out to provide a platform for artists to do what they've been doing for free for years and take the opportunity to win some bread. They even made me a motherfucking judge, bro. So that was crazy. I was able to really, criticize but still give game. Something me and Sko Dollar did at the young age, and even as grown ass men. That's probably something we're gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? We definitely was sweeping in the club, working doors, promoting, marketing. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it. In fact, I'm gonna turn the music up. I'm gonna bring bro on, man, so we can just go ahead and get it started. You know what I'm saying? In between that, I may play some music. Again, shout out to the people that's on YouTube watching. My people on Facebook that's watching, man. Don't forget to share the live, whether you're here for a long time or a short time. Share that live, man. Support. And I had the brother, man. My brother, Sko Dollar, Maurice, Reese, Reso. I ain't forgot, nigga. I know you got a million names. Man, I'm gotta shut a live and shit. I'm gonna turn this music down. Is it loud over here? Can you hear? How we sounding? You know what I'm saying? As far as can you hear me when the music is it's a little baby echo. But we good. We should be able to work through that. If it don't, I'll let you know. Ooh, this shit ain't easy, dog. I don't know how you do it, bro, with the podcast, and you got a production team with your joint with everything you doing.
You asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
To be honest with you, with the podcast, I get help from Miyagi and his son. So they helped me. They set it up, and his son
Okay,
do all like.
lift the phone a little bit or something, yeah, because the voice is just real low.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's a tad low.
Okay, so big, right? So Miyagi, where I do the podcast at, he helps me out. He helps me set it up, and his son does all the editing and shit for me. But other than that, I don't have no help, no team, no nothing.
So when you working that shit, the mic, you pressing everything as the shit going on.
So I'm not pressing the buttons where the camera is flipping from one screen to the next screen. That's my dude Raja, which is Miyagi's son. If I ever get picked up, he's gonna be my executive producer or my co-producer because the young boy work hard. He's 17, and he really don't do no production or anything, but he do it for me every Wednesday. So um, that's my team, my small little team. I got Miyagi, he do the setup, and then his son press the button so the camera switch. Other than that, I'm in the streets. I'm booking my own guests. I'm coming up with marketing plans. I'm coming up with advertising plans. I'm doing product placement. I'm doing all this by myself. Other than that, on Wednesday, these guys pressure for it. That's about it. But I appreciate them for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
I need somebody definitely. Hold on, man. I'm sharing the shits and all that right now, man. Finna go on my page. What's up, everybody, man? Do me a favor, man. Y'all shut a live, man. Whether you here for a long time or a short time, man. I got my brother in here, man. Sco Dollar. Hey, well, I'm gonna call him Sco Dollar the whole time, but he go as Maurice E. Murray with government, uh, businessman, and personality. We
Right.
had a personal talk not too long ago. He done put me on game as usual, dropping gems. I'm like, bro, you gonna just come be on the show. Don't gonna end it that way. He got his own podcast, several businesses, several uh, brick and mortar businesses as well, like Dreams. He had his own joint. Shit, we had our own studio, but we ain't gonna backtrack right now. We're gonna talk about what we got going on. So, for the people that's watching now, we got a few people that's watching. Again, shut alive, whether you're here for a long time or short time. But introduce yourself to them, bro. Tell them who you are.
My name is Dollar, aka I am Maurice underscore Everett. Make sure you follow me on every platform you can. Each and every Wednesday, I have a podcast called the I Am Me Podcast, which is an entrepreneur-based podcast for entrepreneurs, people with their own business, takers and movers of today, trying to make a difference in tomorrow. So that's you. Make sure you get at me, DM me. You got your own business in the Northwest Indiana or Chicagoland area. Get at me. You need marketing, advertising, you need product placement. Get at me. I'm your boy, Scott. Word.
I'm here. I'm here. Hey, y'all, real quick, let me know. Can y'all hear Sco? I want to make sure y'all can hear us. But yeah, me and bro, we got a long history, a long run, man. As you can see, we do a few things similar, but we so not the same. And I guess that's why we was able to do what we did and have such a long run. Uh, Again, like I said, there's some of the shit that I talked to him about the other day. I feel like people be needing to hear. As friends, we didn't had our matches. We always been able to hold each other accountable for shit. You know what I'm saying? Give each other good advice for the most part. Uh, Even with the podcast and what I'm doing, he was able to give me a few things that I'm gonna be taking into the new year and be doing. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, with that shit, I just seen your maturity, bro, your evolution. Is there some things that you changed as far as your eating habits, maybe your reading habits, the music you listen to? You know, these are some questions I was thinking about. Really, like, what I'm gonna ask, bro, that got him at this place where I see how he's super hungry, he doing this, he doing that. What has changed?
They say every 7 years your brain changes. So I'm going into being 36 now. I guess I'm going into that first year of my next brain change. I truly believe in that. And it's just maturity at this point. I'm at a point now where I don't expect anybody else's passion to match mine. Meaning, I'm not expecting anybody else to make things happen that I want to make happen for myself. And I'm not sure what happened to get me to this point, but I'm 100% there. And for a long time, I've been afraid of the future, or the fear of not knowing. A lot of people have that fear, but I don't know, man. It shit just started falling off me when I started my podcast edition. I just became very consistent and very persistent and really just wanting something. I've always wanted something, but at this point now, it's like I want to show, I want to prove, I want to be a staple, I want to make a difference. It's just my wants have changed, my hunger has changed for the things I want. The people that's in my circle has changed. Um, I'm more open to new things now. So a lot of stuff has been falling in my lap that I probably wouldn't have went searching for, but now those things are coming to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about just, believing in whatever it is that you're doing. And once you go 100% at it, everything will fall in your lap that you want coming. So it's like, I'm trusting and believing that, and that's what's happening for me, to be honest.
I hope y'all can hear what bro's saying. He's saying some shit. He might sound like he calling from jail. He on the jail phone or he on the jail video shit, but 100% he free. But he definitely got his shit together, man. Somebody y'all need to follow. He got his info as far as the app where you can follow him at. Top to bottom up there. We're not necessarily even here to talk about him per se, but this is just like an introduction to him. On Mondays, I got a homie. Well, what I'm saying, social media wise, the homie Malik Shabazz, that's his name. He been pushing this masculine energy agenda, and I picked up on it. I mean, it was already something that I was pushing on my end, but I picked up on it. And I don't necessarily agree with everything you be talking about, but on Mondays we pow out together. You wasn't even here on Monday. You was on Wednesday where we had a female on. She was, I forgot what she said. She had we was talking about. Go ahead, talk that talk. What?
We was talking about slut talk on Wednesday.
Sluts, yeah, we was talking about sluts and how like having a lot of kids. She felt like she wanted a slut or whatever, but she had a. How can I explain it without feeling like I'm disrespecting her without her being her? Because she had explained her past of being abused, and I said the same, and we said that was some of the reasons why we made some of the choices we made at a young age. And I think you rebutted at one point. You was like, "Well, when does that stop? Like as an adult, when do you stop using that as an excuse for why you're doing what you're doing now?"
I said, when do we stop using these things as crutches?
And what do you mean per se?
Okay, so to be honest with you, I wanted to tune in I wanted to come on last week, but I didn't. Now, when I say you can't use this as a crutch, first off, I want to say I was not talking about the young lady last week. I wasn't even talking about her at all. Okay? Now, in this world, people say, I was molested, or my mama wasn't there, or my daddy wasn't there, or I grew up in adoption and all that stuff. Now, don't take me wrong. I probably was raised different than a lot of people. My mom is a lot different than a lot of people. So my thing is like, how long can we allow you to use this as a crutch of what happened to you to keep allowing you to do dumb shit?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a lot of people that got raped. It's a lot of people that got molested that's still doing well in their lives. And they're not allowing these things to be a crutch for them or to be that, well, I didn't do this because a lot of people don't use that shit, man. So how long do we allow the people around us to use that? I won't allow my friends to use that too much. So those are the only people I can really say that type of shit to. But in the real world, how long we gonna use this as a crutch? Like how long you gonna keep on saying you ain't shit because of what happened to you in the past? That's all I'm saying on the crutch.
Well, so a crutch is considered verbally saying it and using it as like a why me type of tool.
Not exactly a why me though, word. I'm talking like people will use that type of shit not to progress or not to do nothing better in their life, or they think that that's the end all be all.
Oh, well, you saying the people that just fuck up their life and be like, I fucked it up because I didn't give a fuck. Whoa.
I fucked it up because my daddy wasn't there or my mama were there and they 35, 36, 37 years old. Like, come on, man. Like, you 37, 38 now. Your mama ain't never been around. He's not coming around. So what we doing? You gonna continue to not?
But some people ain't as tough as we are, or handle things the way we handle them, and they fold quicker. Unfortunately, you know, you would like to push and hope that somebody you hang with is in your circle as tough as you could take a punch as hard as you or whatever, but it won't be the case. You know that
fact, everybody isn't built like that. Like I said at the beginning, like I was probably raised different than a lot of people. So like my dad died on Thanksgiving Day. So for the first 5, 6 years, I'd be depressed as hell on Thanksgiving. So I want to say like the 7th Thanksgiving, my dad was dead. My mama walked up to me, son, what's wrong with you? Man, you know, mama, my daddy died on Thanksgiving, da da da. Well, your daddy been dead for 8 years.
Shout out to mama. That's real still though. It's real.
That's what I mean by the crutches, because like, okay, your daddy died, like, so what, you about to be depressed every Thanksgiving for the rest of your life for real, nigga? Your daddy been dead 7 years.
For real. You know, not being funny, man.
It's just different how my mother raised me. Like, you know, that those are, you know, it's just different.
But some people wasn't even raised. You know, some people was
very true.
They was just put out there and they had to figure out how to survive. So again, it's not necessarily a crutch. Some people is really telling you what they went through, and it ain't a woe is me. It's like, again, understand me. Don't judge me. That don't mean I ain't gotta go to jail. That don't mean I ain't no slut. That don't mean I ain't no thug, no fuck nigga. But if I could take accountability and tell you I'm fucked up, shit, let's have a talk and try to get better as where I'm at now. Because again, nobody can really fix their past.
And you gotta watch who you have that conversation with, because I'm not one of them guys that be like, boy, your ass needs a job. Who hiring? I don't know, but you need a job. I'm not that person. That's how people are. Boy, your ass need a job. Who hiring? I don't know, but you need a job. I wanted people like, yo, we hiring. I know who's hiring. You can hop right on the bus on Broadway. It'll take you all the way up to Route 30. I'm sure you'll get a job somewhere in between. That's just who I am. So like, I'm not gonna. So I was locked up in jail last year this time, and the guys I was locked up in there with was crying like, "Oh man, this is the worst day of my life. Like, this is the worst time in my life. Oh my god, you gonna have more worse times than this."
I wish these people could really hear your voice, nigga. You know you got that radio voice. I thought your ass was, I don't know why your shit sound like that, nigga.
I don't know. You know, I should have brought my headphones. I apologize that I didn't. I was semi-unprepared as well.
It's cool, Mr. Wavy. It's still what it do. Yeah, again, man, y'all attending church in a while with Worthy, man. I got a special guest. You know, we at the end of the year, basically, man. It's December. My special guest, man, been a long time friend. We done music. We started, like I said earlier, we started in the club sleeping, to record music, having own studios.
Worthy have a pocket full of crack, sweeping up the club and picking up bottles and garbage and all of that shit. And you know, Player Sticky came up to me one night like, "So, what are you doing, bro? Like, you got a $600 outfit on. Like, what are you doing sweeping after all these niggas?" But nobody understood the plot. You don't understand that if we hear first, we give our music to the performer first. We get to meet the manager. We get to meet these people. We get to learn how to run our own business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't look at it from every point of view. They just look at what they see. You feel me?
I agree. A lot of that stuff that we did, bro, I use to this day, whether it's physical. I can't physically do a lot of stuff, but as far as, you know, just learning how to talk to somebody, run a business, how the club go in the back. And that's because of you, because you going to do that shit. And the opportunities presented themselves, and I needed some money. My homie got this opportunity, and we doing this. I ain't even gonna lie. I get a job too, bro. Bet. You right.
This has everything to do with the male masculinity, because a lot of men aren't going to allow themselves to be on a lower level than the next man. They literally look at it like that, like this nigga, he on top, I'm on bottom. I never look at stuff like that. Like, I look at stuff like anybody who's on a different level than I am, if I can communicate with them and become some type of friendship with them, I can learn from them. And I can take something that I learned from these people. And when it comes down to a man who knows everything or knows the he knows the trade and he decides to teach you the trade, that's something serious right there. Because don't nobody have to give you their time to give you the game. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Nobody. They could charge you for it. Once you really
For real.
figure it out.
So that's the part of that. Motherfuckers be too tough to, to deal with somebody who do what they do, who's in a different position than what they in. Motherfuckers too tough. I'm not too tough. Like, I don't mind telling a person how creative they are, how talented they are, how amazing they are. I don't mind doing that. I don't mind telling nobody how they inspire me or how, No Love is my mentor. He's not just my friend, he's my mentor. Like,
I think
I don't
that's
have
the creative. The real creatives can do that. It's very easy when you can create anything. You probably had some stuff that got stolen, ideas, shit like that, and it was easy for you to go, like, I'm going left. Fuck it. They went right. I'm going left. You know what I'm saying? Even when it was hard, it was still easy because most can't do that shit. So as a creative, you don't have a problem saying, hey, man, that's a dope ass outfit. Another motherfucker gonna be feeling weird and awkward. They can't, or just stare at you. And that's what we live in right now. But that's what my Church in the Wild podcast is all about. Even with the regular smugglers, we talk about this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The shit that somebody else may hear and it may change their perspective on what something they're thinking about, but now they no longer thinking about it in private. They're doing it publicly. They're speaking about it. We're not in that yes ma'am, no sir age. We're not in the open the door, and I get it because it's folks that you would open the door for and feel like they don't even know to say thank you or shit of that magnitude.
So it's like that has to do with the crutch situation too. Like, some people don't even know to say thank you when you hold the door for them.
What?
Some people don't say bless you when you sneeze and shit.
They weren't taught that.
My mama, Jehovah's Witness. I sneeze all day long. You think she say bless you? Not one time. That's a fucking
That's the truth, for real.
That's the honest to God truth. My mom used to be a Jehovah's Witness, so when I sneeze or anybody around her sneezes, she's never going to say God bless you. And if you say God bless you to my mother's not going to say thank you.
Oh wow.
And that comes from her having the idea that the only one that can bless you is God. She's already blessed. So for you to say God bless you, you already blessed me. Like, But that's just my mother's,
I don't need no extra blessings. Your season added on.
Yeah, so let me tell you another. So when I was in Atlanta, I was dealing with this lady from New York. And, I am who I am everywhere I go. So I'm a nice guy, I open the door, I do all this shit. I do all of that. So one day we go out to dinner with me, my mom, my ex, and her cousin. Her cousin, like, man, your son is just so, like, he's so respectable, and he's so this and he's so that. And my mama just sitting there eating her food. I'm like, did you hear what they said about me? She's like, yeah, I raised my son. I know who my son is. You understand?
What type of person we talking about? I get it. You said she ain't even acknowledge it. She just eat her food.
And my mama's different, so
You took out to dinner with your friends again?
Say that again.
Shout out to Mama, Miss Lynn. What is it, Lisa? Miss Lisa.
My mom doesn't watch my podcast.
Huh?
My mom barely watch my podcast and everything. She barely do any of that.
Don't feel bad.
I don't, because my mother is extremely proud of me. My mother, when she does watch my podcast, she compares me to CNN. She don't know about Charlamagne the God and $1 Million Worth of Game. My mama compared me to Don Lemon and them type of niggas. So, straight up. So, like, I'm just trying to get on their level. So, she watch every once in a while. But, man, like, I say that type of shit because, like, I don't have the feelings of, oh, baby, you bumped your legs. Let me rub your legs. No, nigga, get your ass up, bro. I just come from a different element. So, that, I don't know.
I'm sharing this shit on a couple people pages, man. We sitting at about 4 or 5 viewers. For some odd reason, we ain't had no commenters. Again, I don't know if it's because y'all really can't hit Sco Dollar, but again, man, my boy got good jewels and gems he be dropping, man. It's church in a while. I'm not looking for a perfect time. I'm just looking for a worthy time, man. We gonna drop some shit on y'all. We talking that talk. I'm waiting on the other fellas to join us. Again, I'm sharing the live, adding a few people to it. You say what, bro? Yeah, that motherfucking sound shabby as hell, though. That motherfucking sound shabby. I ain't gonna even lie, I ain't gonna hold you. I can hear you, though. I just can't hear you until the magnitude that most of the listeners.
I'm about to tap in on Wednesday, too, when I'm at the crib and I always set up.
I got like 3 or 4 people that keep bouncing in and out the live for the moment. Shit, so what y'all, as far as along with your personality, I know you do the podcast for me podcast. What you got going on besides that? Like as far as I seen you when you was hosting a playoffs joint. What you got going on around that area?
So right now I'm in the process of I just got my first manager. So we're in the process of my first manager, my first entertainment manager.
Okay.
So that means I got some help. I will have some help. I don't have help at this moment, but we spoke about him becoming my manager. Hopefully he does. So I'm in the process of being an entertainment manager. With the hosted parties and stuff like that, it's really random at this time, but I'm really, really, really good at hosting parties. So I'll be hosting more parties this year for sure. And when I host, you know I host. That motherfucker be upside down. I'm not talking to anybody that's been to my parties. Y'all know that. I got a bunch of content that I've been writing, ideas that I've been writing to put up on DreamRich TV that I'm gonna be shooting at the top of the year. To be dropping more content, just more content, looking for more people to interview for the podcast.
You don't be nervous. You don't be nervous hosting events in the G though. Not to cut you off.
No. The thing about me and hosting, bro, if you watch me host, you'll think I talk to myself.
What you mean?
I be in my own world. Like I'm here, I'm with y'all, but I'm really about to have a really good time, bro. Like I be in a whole different world, so I can't operate in fear anyway. But I don't be scared. I don't be nervous. I get on the mic, bro, and then I just let go. And a lot of people looking at me like I'm crazy, like for real. Like they look at me like, but I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me. So, man,
all right, well, let me ask you this thing, so because I don't do the party scene, I rarely go out now, but I've been there with you, so we had some wild times as far as the club is concerned. Is it still like that, or it's just a little one and the same and just a different year?
I don't know. We went to the club for different reasons when we went. Now I only go to the club if I'm getting paid. I might stop in and get a drink and then I'm out, but I don't really have no hangout buddies and shit like that no more. So, when I do be at the club, I'm literally there to get paid or I'm there to get a drink to get the fuck on. The vibes are totally, I'm a grown man. I ain't here to hang out. I ain't got no friends. I'm coming by myself. I'm leaving by myself. It's a whole different vibe now, so it's different.
Sound like an old nigga to me. Ain't nothing wrong with it though. I mean, you sound grown, but you know what I mean. You sound saying my life like I'm not going unless it's about to get paid, and if I'm going on some casual shit to have a drink, it's probably not even that type of environment. It's the type of environment you're gonna catch a nigga almost 40 in.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is like I'm blessed because I be having senses and shit. I be having senses when it's time to go and time to move around. But that's just the Lord talking to me, tell me when I gotta go and shit. And I just keep my senses open at all times, man.
Them spider senses, I talk about that shit a lot.
At all times, bro. At all times. I don't trust like that. And I know a lot of people, so I always everywhere I go, yo, stop taking hands, kissing babies and shit. But man, I'm taking everything. I'm keeping it moving, bro.
Trying to move around, or you gotta trust your gut. I'm talking about. They say your gut is everything. It's the start of your health, what you think, how to move. So it definitely got me out some strange places. I was gonna say something, man. So it's Monday. We be on that masculine energy shit, bro. Well, let's start. Talking that masculine shit. Like, where do you think we lack as men? Not just black men, but men in general,
Men is lacking on education.
or education, all over the
We
board,
are
though.
okay. So when I say men are lacking education, in order to get to the next level, you have to educate yourself on something. In order to go into the next level of your life to level up, you have to educate yourself on something. And I'm not just talking about going to get a book or something like that. I'm talking about whatever it is that you want to be successful in, or whatever it is that you're comfortable doing every day. You have to educate yourself. And a lot of guys are so comfortable not doing anything that takes mental capacity. It's just so easy to get that they're not going to sign up for these schools or taking these grants and loans for like field trades and stuff like that. We gotta educate ourselves. And then we so motherfucking tough, we don't even ask the guys in position any questions. We don't even ask questions no more. We just, oh, this nigga think he this, he think he that, or he's over there, he's over there. Man, we gotta educate ourselves, bro. We gotta educate ourselves, and we can't stay in the box at this point. And
Gotta write
when you
that
say,
down, bro. You had a valuable, that's a definitely valuable point. I'm looking for a pen. We need to educate ourselves all around the board for whatever we trying to do.
yeah, whatever it is. And then it's like that's the part. Like a man can only be masculine when he's really in position. Everybody who broke who a man, he mad as hell. He's not really masculine. He's always in his feelings because he's broke. He ain't got no money. Believe me, I've been there. I'm always there. I'm always in my feelings because I ain't got no money. But
So is that you feel like all men or just you though? Because I
no,
know
I'm talking
some
about
men might disagree, bro. Some men
no,
might
I'm talking about
disagree. Even if they got no money, they still masculine.
no. What I'm saying is you can feel masculine and not have nothing. I don't understand that masculinity. Now, a man that got his own house, his own car, his own this, his own that, he works and takes care of his shit. That's real masculinity to me. Just because you got 100 guns, you know how to fight and shit like that, that don't really mean masculine to me.
No, never are.
A man
But you
that's in
saying
position,
a man that got his shit together all around, that's
hell
100%.
yeah. And if you don't have your shit together, don't be ashamed to ask questions, bro. Ask questions.
What's up, Phil, man? How you feeling, brother, man? We coolin', bro, man. Church in a while. I got Sko Dollar in here. I'm sure you familiar with Sko Dollar. He's from your hometown. He
And
got
when
his
I
own
say money, I'm not
podcast.
talking about money, bro. I'm talking about just being in position, bro. Just be in position. A man in
Shut a live for
position,
me, Phil. Shut a live. Shut a live for the people that's in here, man. Make sure y'all shut a live. Whether you're in a short time or long time, and it's Monday, man. We passing out masculine energy. I got the homie Sko Dollar. My bad for cutting your knowledge, bro. But I just wanted to make sure I acknowledge everybody that's in the you know what I'm saying, on the platform. All is well, man. Yes, all is well, most definitely. He said, what's good, Sko?
what's good, brother?
But yeah, bro said, hey, so Phil, man, you just joined him, man. Sko said, my question was, where do he feel like we lack as men when it comes to masculinity? He said, well, we just lack it basically in education or educating ourselves in anything we want. And I agree with him totally. I don't know if it's in our blood, what that issue is, and I don't want that to be a crutch. But I know this to be an issue because I have this issue on a daily basis. It's like the only thing that's stopping me is shit taking advantage of every minute of the hour. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that I won't have a break or I can't rest for 2 hours, 4 hours. But even then, I haven't figured out that system because that's it. Reading 2 hours, learning how to do something. Then once you're figuring out how to do it, scheduling. You know what I'm saying, Dollar? You know what I'm saying?
Managing your time. You got to manage your time to do so. So I'm not a big reader and shit like that, right? But like I say, when you get to doing what you do, a lot of stuff will just start falling in your lap. So one day I had an amazing day. This day I had an amazing day, the entire day from start to finish. In the midst of my day, I met this multi-millionaire man. Now I could tell he was a multi-millionaire because of how he wore his clothes. I could tell by his nails. I could tell by his cell phones in his hand. I could tell by the Gucci slippers and shit. I could just tell this man been around a lot of money. So he stepped to me and he get to talking to me. I say, man, I do podcasts with people with their own business and stuff like that. Like I would love to interview you. So the best thing about this was I was at Harold's, I was at working. So at Harold's, I'm the manager. So that means I answer the phone, I write the checks, I fire people, I hire people, I do all of that. So in the midst of me talking to this man, I'm doing all of this at the same time. I'm firing the Orkin guy for the pest control. I'm writing a check for this dude. I'm telling him to order everything. So the best thing about it was I was able to display my skills at the same time how I'm learning. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, this man say, man, when I come back to the counter, he said, you got something, dude. He said, I just watched you handle all this. He said, you know what? Well, here's the thing. I want to do some business with you, but in order for me to do business with you, you got to read these 3 books. You got to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and then there was another book. So I'm like, okay. So I go home, I start reading these books, and I start putting these books together. And this is all off of what another man told me that I know is on different levels than what I'm on. So I'm asking questions, and I'm educating myself to see what the fuck he's talking about. Just to see what this man know that I don't know. What's this? What's that? You gotta educate yourself, bro. I want to be the nigga that looking the person that somebody look at you like, yeah, he got an open shirt on, his chest hanging out, but that boy might have a couple 100,000.
But you know, most men aren't promoting what we're talking about. Hey, you're gonna have to go read them books you don't want to go read. You're gonna go have to address and talk to the men that you, in all actuality, afraid to address and have a conversation with. Maybe because you feel like they're gonna judge you in a certain magnitude, or you don't think they was where you was at. But it's just that, and we don't have that guidance from the past that told us this is what you're gonna have to do. These times will come when your pride. I could say that you. I could say I know gentlemen in my life, that's you, me, and myself included, that can really like lay all that pride to the side in order to progress to the next level of life. And for me, it came harder. I ain't gonna say I don't know, like maybe it did and you ain't show it. But for me, I know outwardly, for people to see it publicly, it came harder for me to humble myself. And I don't like using that word because we even found out humbling kind of really make you seem like, you know, belittling yourself. But for the meaning of what we use it for now, it was just a long journey on being humble to be able to see up. Like you say, I know that a man is a multi-millionaire. And that don't necessarily mean they financially a multi-millionaire. They could be thousandaire, but the way they approached and put together, they net worth is what you're saying. So even my net worth now may not, my pockets don't match it, but I've built a net worth off what I've learned, off shit you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Being able to not be afraid to ask a motherfucker for a job and showing that emphasis of I'm not just trying to work and come punch a clock though. I'm trying to be the boss. I'm trying to come in this bitch. Actually, already had an idea to be this type of boss and run this type of business. And for some reason, it ain't no some reason. I know what I'm doing. He done put this in my plate. Now I'm gonna show you because this going on right now in my life as well. And I'm sure you go through it every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And you see, I get the Holy Ghost when we get to talk about shit like that.
But and then it's like you as a person approaching these people, you might be like, well, I'm not as put together as I probably should be. But as you approach these people, meaning that's where the insecurities come in and stuff like that. But once you make this approach, if you really understand what's going on, you'll be able to dissect everything out of the communication that you get with whomever it is that you're walking up with. So you can say, okay, well, next time I approach somebody on this level, I might need to be more subtle, or I might need to be or this, or you got to learn. You got to be prepared to learn. You got to be open to learn at all given times. You got to be open to learn, bro. You have to learn from everything.
Real quick, Phil, what do you mean when you say that's the life of a business owner, though? Just before we even address that, on what perhaps I see us all as business owners too. So when I approach and say what I say, I'm like talking from, yeah, you may be an employee now and go fill out the app to start, but hopefully you're not looking to do this long term, but it's not like you're settling. And again, that's what Scoldall at with it, where he like, man, you're not taking advantage of read something as simple as reading a book to be the type of hustler, because they got books that can really teach you the shit that you need.
But then it comes down to Gotta go through the hiccups to see the smooth side of things. The real question is self. Are you ready to get confident? Exactly. It's all self, though. It's all self. It's all in what you want. And that's what I was about to get to and say, Worthy. Like, it's all in when you want something. When are you gonna want something? Like, you gotta get to a point where you want something. If you don't want
Today's
nothing, you
show
ain't
is sponsored by Bombay. Today's show is sponsored by Bombay.
shout out to Bob. Come on, man. Come on.
You know what I hate though, Skodollar? It took me so long to decide what I want. Like,
Yeah, but but here's the thing, bro. And that's what I tell kids, Worthy. Like, do y'all not understand that life is about waking up every day, going to your job, being happy to go to your job, making money, and being happy doing everything you do. So Worthy, people like me and you, we done worked 100 jobs, we done went left, we done went right, we done went down 100 motherfucking squirrel holes or whatever in order to get to this point where we're happy or we know what we want. We know what we want to do. We know where we're going. You got to live a lot of life, and then you have to figure out what it is that you want out of what you're living. But it's a lot of life you got to live in order to get to a point where not just, and I'm not bragging, but to get to a point where I'm at. Like, I run a Harold's Chicken, I cut grass, I do radio, I do podcasts. I'm happy every single day I go make money. Every day. Every day.
a lot of people start and stop a million things, and then they figure this shit out. You saying in their 30s, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Could you imagine following through on a lot of things that you started as a kid? You still could have went to the next thing you went to and quick it. I'm gonna try to think of an example. We got those folks who do high school, go to high school, wait till 11th grade, then drop out, then go to Job Corps, don't finish Job Corps, then go work a job, work long enough to almost be the manager, then quit. Then you know what I'm saying? And damn, that sounds like about 10, 20 of my friends. And I know if we, because it ain't a them, it's a me thing too. If we take the initiative on these different lifestyles that we've lived, these different lives that we live, we still would have been better off than we are now. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up, bro. It's a fucked up position as a man.
But it's not. But see, you gotta remember, a lot of this shit comes from not having direction, bro.
That part. Facts.
A lot of this comes from not having direction. So
but see, then that's a crutch, right? So is that a crutch? Are we using that as a crutch? Or we just saying that's the truth?
It would be a crutch if we wasn't doing shit. It would be a crutch 100%. My daddy wasn't there. I didn't have no mentor there to teach me nothing. Now, let me just say this. Every young man is going to have a mentor if he's a good one or he's a bad one. Just tell him. Every young man wants some man to look up to and follow and think that's cool or that's bad. Now, you're going to get a good mentor.
They would love for it to be their daddy. My bad. I just want to throw that in there. You would love for it to be their dad. And if their dad is like a bad guy or doesn't want to be there, because you said every kid, every boy wants a man to look up to, and you would love for them to be a good example. But I want it to be that it should be their dad, not somebody.
But here's the thing: it could be their dad, but their dad he could be a bad example as well. But here's the thing: what was his dad taught? What was his father taught? The one who, listen, it's all like this, bro. I can only teach you what I know. If my father taught me how to sell drugs, if he taught me how to pimp women, if he taught me how to scam and shit like that my whole life, and I grow up and that's all I do, when I have a son, the only thing I can teach him is scamming, pimping bitches, and selling dope. That's all I know.
I don't think that's true.
I think it's true.
I think it's possible. I think it's possible, bro, but I don't think like it's fully true. Because all go ahead, what?
No, say what you were saying. What's possible? What not really true though? Go.
I mean, the possibility of a kid who was raised under that, growing up and then having a kid and raising a kid under the same terms could happen. But also, we've seen kids who've been in the streets or parents weren't there and they didn't use it as a crutch, as you say, and they went hard and they got kids and they don't put them through the same shit that they went through. Well, use me as an example. I put my kids through the same shit that I went through up until a certain point. until I realized how, like, I gotta stop the cycle somehow, some way. Huh?
Want something.
You said what? I can't hear you.
You want something out of life now. You got a point now. You want something. I want to be able to be this for my kids instead of that. Everybody don't get to that point. But if I don't get to a point where I want to change my life or do something different, all I can teach is what I know.
That's a fact, Phil. I definitely agree with you. Well, we as men, period. So it's not even just the fathers; it could be men, and that's why we had these Mondays. Why we had these Monday shows? Like, if we could just hit on one thing, everything we could miss on the 99 shit. But if we hit on one thing, then we making a possibility that we changing. We start with the city. We start with the culture. We start, like, again, bro got his own podcast that he do weekly. He always interviewing folks. You know what I'm saying? He do other things and that. He a dad. You know what I'm saying? Me as well. My podcast ain't about clout. We gonna get that. We gonna get that. Trust and believe. But it's about growth. I see my growth in the success I'm gaining, not from a popularity standpoint, but again from a happy standpoint. Like Sco said, I work here, I work there, I be happy. Like, if y'all see me smiling and shit, laughing, the James that y'all don't see, y'all will be like, damn, yeah, what are you eating again? What music are you listening to? What are you doing? And I'm still missing y'all. Again, I'm missing. I'm swinging. I'm hitting like past first base and getting to second base, but I know, like, the home run, it's the getting up, it's the reading that book, it's the literally writing my shit and following through, it's the making them calls, it's them having them conversations that ain't gonna be bad conversations that you might not even want to talk. You might just say in your head, "Oh no, not today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow," but tomorrow might not even be for real.
Real. And my boy Phil is 100% right. We as men and fathers, we have enough strength to change the curse. Now, we are 100% strong enough to change the curse, but it all depends on what a man wants out of life. Like I said, some men wake up every day, hustle, and do what they do. That's how they make their money. They're happy with that. Now, if he or she has a motherfucking son or anybody looking up to him, the only thing they can teach is that. But if that man that only can teach that wants to change something in his life later down the road, become a back person or become janitor, whatever he becomes, then he'll be able to teach something else other than what he only knows. So we definitely have the strength to say, okay, you know what, I want to do something different. Everybody got that strength. Black, white, whatever. Everybody got the strength to wake up tomorrow and want to do something different and then put the energy towards it. But you gotta want to do something different. You gotta want your kids to want something to see something different. You have to.
It's a
All about what you want.
self-love, self-love, because a lot of us, a lot of black people in general, because we can only kind of relate to us per se. I mean, I relate to white folks too, but because I'm mixed, we can't diminish it. But like that self-love thing, I know I didn't have it at an early age. I was talking to my girl about it. Now I feel handsome again, and that doesn't equate my happiness, but I think my happiness equates how I feel, how I look. You know what I'm saying? How I live, how I pop, like how I walk through life. It's not a dead step to it. It's like I can have a conversation with a random stranger, and I'm doing a lot of the mood changing now, and I'm attracting these things, but we're not taught that. Uh, these are things I want to teach my sons. I swear to God, like, I don't want to smoke a blunt with my sons or nothing, but I do know, like, the kids that are smoking now, I would like to love to protect my kids if they smoking. You remember the parents that said, you're going to smoke weed, you're going to be in the crib. You're not going to go out there in the streets. You're not going to be smoking the streets. Times are changing. But yeah, these are the things that I would love to teach my sons. Just, you don't necessarily want to speak to these people or talk to this man or this woman or say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Open the door. These things go so far and they open doors that your wildest dream could imagine. I got an example, and I'm sure you got something similar like this though. And I don't mind sharing my shit publicly. I'm on a small probation thing for driving without a license, right? Because child support took my license. But child support is illegal, but we'll get into that further into my podcast next year. But definitely child support is illegal. You can Google that. You can hashtag it. anyway, you know, I still got that energy, that feisty energy at times when somebody say something I don't necessarily allow myself to hear it. I'm just going off it. So the probation officer, when I called, I'm at the wrong building. I'm on time, I'm late. And she like, I done sent you the message. This how she talking to me though. I sent you the message. I text you, I told you, and I'm like, ma'am, I'm at the building. I'm just at the wrong building. Y'all clearly got a sign right here to say this, blah, 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 blah. And she just went to snapping on me, and I ain't gonna lie. You know, I told her, I said, look, man, I take every conversation that I make just because things like this occur, and I can't go to jail or nothing like that for no nonsense. No, cause she had started telling me, so she gonna say, you know what? No, just come in Thursday. I'll see you at the courthouse.
No,
what?
Hell no. Nope, because you're going to lock me up. Nope, I'm on my way.
I already know, right?
You have a car.
Plus, I hit her with the
You have a car.
Take every conversation. So you can't go into the courthouse being like, oh, he did this, he did that. No, this is what occurred, and you got an attitude, and this is how, because you had a right to do that, to have your back, bro. A lot of people shun on that, but shit, that's a corporation, that's a business. They want to get paid for assigning them tickets, which are policies. They want me to put my livelihood on the line and not know what I can do or what I can say.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
I say what I say to her. She kind of changed her energy or whatever, and I did too. And I'm like, so ma'am, you think I can come drive there? It's gonna take me 25 minutes. I'll be there. She like, yeah. The whole atmosphere was different. Like it was just like, cause I'm genuinely happy right now where I'm at.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Like no real aggressive energy. Like you're not gonna snatch my freedom because you think I'm a nigga with face tattoos and I don't know what's going on, and I ain't finna say bitch this, motherfucker that. I'm finna, well, ma'am, again, you took how I was talking the wrong way, and I apologize that it came out so aggressively, but I know that what y'all got me here for is this and that, and I'm showing the check stubs because this is what I'm getting to. I'm showing the check stubs to my check saying $200-300, but I'm only getting like $100 because child support is.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Well, again, you work for the government, and I'm in here for a license offense, but my license is gone because of child support. But you see what my check is because child support is taking what they taking, and they ain't even taking it back. They just taking enough. You know what I'm saying? So, and we sat and talked for like 2 hours, bro. I had to text my old lady, and I'm like, I don't know if she hitting on me, but I've been here for a minute, babe, but I ain't going to jail. This finna be over. They finna release me off probation, blah, they give me woo. That's why I can really talk about it because it's over with. But she like, it's just crazy. Like, and again, when that energy and you chasing success and you reading the books, because I'm reading about law. I'm not trying to be a lawyer, but I get pulled over for certain shit, bro. You're not finna just slam me. You're not finna do what you want to do to me, bro. It's been times I'd have been back. They took my gun not too long ago, bro. They pulled me over. This is what this case for. But they no gun charges. You can carry. You had a right to carry. So you took my protection on what I need to make sure my family's safe or I'm protected. But you hit me with these fines and shit. And you see I'm not gonna pay that shit. What's up, Kathy? I see Kathy just joined. Elsa last for a second, man. We just been vibing this Monday, man. Masculine energy Mondays, man. This nigga got the loud ass background with the echo, but he dropping another motherfucking game. Well, we gonna let him pass that with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's your boy Worthy. You know I do church in the wild. The homies may join the panel. I don't know if they are. If not, we still gonna rock, man. We started a little later than usual. My man, bro gotta go. He said, I'm still gonna hold it down. I'm here. We're gonna talk a little shit maybe for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. You know, I gotta be consistent. Bro, I appreciate you tapping in with me, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much. I wish you nothing but success, Word.
Nothing but love, bro. I'll see you in a minute, man. You let
love,
me know
yo.
being on one of the Wednesdays or Mondays coming around. Like I said, man, we getting to the end of the year, so it's really like wrap it up season for me. You know, I got friends that'll be joining panels here and there, but Again, it's nothing serious. We going into the new year doing some real potting, you know what I'm saying? Real topics, having the footage right. I've marked up a deal. I speak it like that because I done contracted it. We're gonna put it on paperwork. We're gonna have a panel where I can have some consistency. We're gonna have people talking, you know. That's the one thing we lack. Skodala said that, you know, reading up, following through on shit. That's where I'm at with it. You know, we got the talent, we got the topics, we saying the right things, we helping people change, you know, and we not looking for change in like cha-ching. We looking for change in a different way. We're looking for evolution. I'm definitely getting that. I'm gonna continue to share the different things that I'm getting in the game, my success, not a clout type of success, but a success like my health, me just feeling better, waking up better, you know what I'm saying? Again, getting the right people around me. Even my girl should tell you about it. Those things we're gonna be sharing, you know what I'm saying, in the near future. We're gonna be doing a lot of couples content. I was talking to Dante earlier about the possibilities, things we can do, you know, sharing that with him. I'm gonna tap in with you. I need the link again. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, whenever I've been trying to get you, Kathy, whoever, bro, because again, we all know little magic tricks that we could all share. We don't want to hold the cheat codes to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to share them and then make room for other new moves that we can make. It's a lot of people around the world that's where we from that has learned cheat moves. So I'm trying to run into them, get them on the show, talk that ish. Eventually, we'll have celebrities that's regular people, but regular people that turn themselves into celebrities. You know what I'm saying? People that's on the pedestal or whatnot. I'm lit, man. As the young folks say, man, I'm having a good time, man. I'm drinking, like I say, man. Today is promoted by Bombay Gin. Happy birthday to Kathy and all the Sagittarius. I see my girl Valita, man. She's celebrating her birthday as well. My birthday was last month. Shit, we almost at the end of the year, so I survived another year, man. I'm big blessed. I can't complain. I can only explain. Strategize and try to implement the moves. That's what I'm having the hardest part with doing. Like, so even with the lives and the podcast, you may see my face a lot, be like, what the fuck you doing? I'm trying to be consistent. I'm thriving to be consistent. Look at the Sags. She gonna comment Sags. I used it in love y'all motherfuckers, man, but I got mad love for everybody, bro. We all make fuck ups, you know what I'm saying? We all human. Like I said, we ain't pushing perfection. I'm just pushing worthy of whatever title you bestow on yourself. Mine being dad, mine being black man, mine being friend, brother. Like, if people call me bro, I take that shit seriously. That's why I don't really like people calling me bro. I don't like calling people sis unless I mean it. If I say I love you, I mean it. I don't slang that word out there to just be slanging it out there. I don't have to be known you a long time to have a love for you or love you. It could just be like, I know you as a person. Just in a short span of time, I know that you're kind-hearted. I can count on you for just this much. It doesn't have to be a financial or material thing. It could be just for some words of encouragement, spelled some words, W-E-R, I see, fucked it up. But words spelled W-E-R-D-S. Words everyone really don't say. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't saying positive shit. Everybody ain't uplifting you, just randomly hitting you up out the blue saying, hey, you good? We ain't heard from you in a minute. Fuck social media. You straight? You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you need somebody to talk to it. And we all need that because a lot of times it's just that simple thing, that simple, small phrase. Well, hit me up if you need to. Even though I ain't going to necessarily hit you up, you thought about me like that. You didn't ask for anything. Even if you want something right now, you didn't. You smart. Okay. I love you. Thank you. I appreciate that energy. Send that energy. You know what I'm saying? People ain't doing that. We live in a time right now. I said this the other day. I think this got the most views this week. It's like, you got so many folks exposing folks just to get exposure. And then they expose them, like, the shit they exposing, like, you dislike what? This is worse than that. Now, go find the rapists and the murderers and the killers and the finesses, because you got the finesses and the scammers. I don't know if finesse can get a pass, but like the scammers, like the furniture man from where I'm from, that tell the ladies and the men, because he got me too, but to tell motherfuckers, I can get you furniture and shit, and run off with the money. Them folk like that, they need to be fucking exposed, like Kodak fucking pitch, whatever. Flaming on the Bombay. It ain't New Year's yet, but I'm enjoying myself. Been working real hard. Go right back to work tomorrow. Been working 5 days and shit like that. Like I said, God is good, man. God is good. I won't complain. I know tomorrow can be challenging. I don't claim it though, but it also could be great. You know what I'm saying? Those are my expectations. I manifest it. I talk about it out loud. If I'm gonna do any witchcraft on myself or trickery from my mouth, it's gonna be some successful, positive stuff. Speak on it. I'm gonna say, oh, you don't do none of this and that. Nope. I get disappointed. I don't be mad. I don't be sad. That's it. Just disappointment. You know what I'm saying? I don't even put too much energy in that. How y'all feeling out there? Who in here with me right now still? You know what I'm saying? I see it's 4, 5 people. It's fluctuating from 4 to 5, and that's cool. I enjoy y'all company. You know what I'm saying? It's Monday for me. I was gonna say Friday. Every day used to be Friday. Me and Scott Dollar used to run the streets. He told you we was in the middle of the club, sweeping, picking up niggas' trash, getting tips, with a pocket full of crack. And I don't say that proudly, but I say my route and the routes we took is just way different from most, and the things and the way they move. We weren't out here boasting and bragging about selling that whack shit or none of that. These were things and tools we used to survive and build, and look where I'm at. You know, I didn't do it for long. Thank God I didn't but I went for other stuff. I just got done with send me a link. I just got done. All right, I'm finna send you a link, bro. I'm finna send the homie Phil Rucker. He say he wanna jump on the joint. Pause. But I'm gonna send you hold on. How you feeling, birthday girl? You still on here? I don't know if you still on here. Shout out to all my women out there, all my queens, that feminine energy. I got nothing but love for you. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Yeah, whatever. But I really mean that. Y'all make the world go round. Without help. I only hope that this energy continues and goes through the new year into the new year. You know what I'm saying? I sent the link, bro. But I'm feeling, and it was before I started sipping. Like I said, man, I've been inspired. Oh, I do have to make these dresses, so I can't forget that. Hey, babe, don't let me forget about my dresses. I gotta finish them up, package them, get them up out of here. I'm good, love. Sending you love, and I'm receiving that. Sag. Have a shot with me. You at work? You off? Happy B-Day, Queen. And y'all tell my sis happy birthday, even if you watch this live a little later, because for some reason my folks watch my lives later, and I like when y'all write hashtag replay because that let me know y'all fuck with me. But when you do, tell Kathy happy birthday. I'm gonna make sure this one of the screen things I'll record, bro. Shout out to all my witches and warlocks. That shit good, man. I was telling my old lady, I'm not the biggest alcohol fan, but gin, and it wasn't at an early age because I truly didn't like gin growing up. It was something about the way it smelled. It smelled like alcohol. But like 2 birthdays ago, she was working on an event for a Japanese company, and she had like whiskey, vodka, and gin. The bottles were very expensive. There was like some $70 bottles, but she came back with them. And of course, there was several bottles, and so I got to them. But that gin, it was made with like orange peels, leaves, and all type. That shit was fire. And ever since then, I've been hitting on that shit. So RP to Uncle Zach and them, they used to drink that, man. The homie Phil Rucker just joined. He in the green room. Like I said, man, my platform is just for this. You know what I'm saying? This Monday, we got masculine energy. The homie said he wanted to get on, talk his talk. I'm allowing him to talk his talk, man. We're going to be on here for a second, man. Anybody else who want to join, feel free to comment. They want to join. I sent the other fellas a link. I don't know if they will be joining or not, but hey, anyway, Phil, the homie. Phil, what's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
Yeah, sure.
There's a whole lot of Philly feels. How you feeling?
I'm all good, man. You know, I feels with my hands. I don't feel nothing else.
Hey, motherfucker be hating when I say that. They don't like when I say feeling with my hands, man. See, hey, Sko, if you happen to check this out, you know, when you get through doing what you're doing, you hear how bro shit sound. Your shit was not sounding like that. It was not crispy ispy, bro, and that's what we lacked at. But again, shout out to Sco Dollar, man. He took the time out to join and drop some jewels. That won't be the first time you see him, you know what I'm saying, or the last. But what you got going on, bro? What you got going on?
Oh shit, man. Flipping these pound cakes like it ain't nobody's motherfucking business. Selling these things out the wazoo for Christmas. Selling them for Thanksgiving and things too. Got my, honey butter yeast rolls. About to start selling them for the Christmas time too, just in case people missed them for Thanksgiving. Yeah, man. Been working, being a custodian over here at Maryville High School and shit, and I ain't been here really 3 months, and they already want me to take the head custodian test so I could go ahead and run my own school. So, really just making moves, making strides how I'm supposed to, just trying to show my kids you ain't got to be a dope boy in order to get some money. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything is everything, my man. All is well, like I said in the comments. You feel me?
I'm happy for you, dog. That's what's up, man. That's what's fucking up, bro. Everybody's picking up, man.
I just been moving and grooving, dog. You know what I'm saying? When you got a good team, standing behind you, and you got God that's right there, right next to you. You know what I'm saying? You got a powerful woman that's right there next to you too. It's a lot of things that you can get done. I don't turn around and utilize the shit that I used to say, that stopped me or hindered me from doing a lot of things now, because I ain't got no time to waste now. So if I'm not doing nothing, it's because I'm not doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't finna make no excuse like, oh man, I'm sick. Oh man, I'm fucked up. Oh man, I'm this, I'm that. Nah, you knew you was fucked up before you even did what you did. You knew you was sick before you even, tried to do a few things. So you know what I'm saying? It's just more so me. I'm in a mindset now where I'm not letting the excuses take me away from the bad. You know what I mean? Money ain't everything. And I grew up not having it, even though, you know what I'm saying? Like, my people did what they did, but we still had humble beginnings. Like, they showed us, like, just because we got it don't mean your ass got it. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to really get shit out the mud, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't come easy, and this shit ain't cheap. Fatherhood ain't fucking cheap at all. You know what I'm saying? So
life period, though.
Life period, you right about that. You know what I'm saying? Life period, it ain't really cheap, especially with the way that things are, the way that we as humans are. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people can say that they don't let a lot of shit like influence them, but something out there every day is gonna bring some type of influence. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like
most influential but influenced culture ever. Like, as far as what we influence everybody else to do stuff, and then we turn around and do everything else that they supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree, wholeheartedly with that. But that, my brother, has been going on since before we knew who we were going to be. You get where I'm coming from with that? Think about all the culture vultures, and think about, it don't matter what brand or what genre or what realm, that shit happens in. It's gonna happen eventually. Like with all the music remakes, they didn't make that by themselves. They had somebody else do that. Or if they wanted that same said song to appease to the white folk, let's throw somebody on there that's a familiar face that these white folk could get with. You know what I mean? Or now you see a whole lot more women wearing hairstyles from the motherland. What white woman just thought randomly, just like, yeah, I think I'm gonna just go to this hair braid and get some Singalese twists put in my damn head.
Oh, of course none, but shit, they all wearing it now.
You know what I'm saying? When in the fuck have you been to Senegal?
I saw a Caucasian woman, I mean, wearing locks yesterday at my job, which wasn't necessarily unusual, but
No, because you see that a lot of times nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, the hippies been doing that forever. I mean, then again, I say it like this. Granted, yeah, we get a lot of people that, you know, take away from what we doing and take away from what we have. You know what I'm saying? But I feel as though if we are as a people, as a united front, just stood up how they stand up when it's shit that's being appropriated of theirs that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? That'll switch the flow up on things. I'm not necessarily trying to speak it into like a negative existence. You know what I'm saying? But just showing more pride in what you have. You know what I mean? Showing more pride into who you are. Like me growing up, and I'm just piggybacking off of what you said, you know what I'm saying, about like on a confidence level. You get where I'm coming from? Like, I didn't really have a lot of confidence growing up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I had some real fucked up self-esteem issues, and that shit lasted until I hit
like
damn
now,
near adulthood. Yeah,
right,
you know
right,
what I'm
like
saying?
I'm
Like,
just getting over them. Or that's what we were just talking about. I was saying to bro, like I wasn't too confident. I found myself to be ugly up until maybe a year or two ago. Like where I don't feel like my happiness makes me feel handsome and healthy, along with me being healthy. You know what I'm saying? And those things make me happy. But I didn't have those growing up, and
facts. And I mean, like I'm the second of 6 kids. Sorry to cut you off. I'm the second of 6 kids. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my parents wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, like gravitating towards their kids emotionally like that. It's too many motherfucking mouths to feed. It's too many hearts. That's too many motherfucking tears. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to, you know, I had to fuck around and tighten up just a little bit, just to say, all right, they got that going on. Let me find something else that I could get going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I started doing things that I wasn't supposed to do, i.e. selling weed, out here hitting licks, out here just doing something just to make myself cool or make myself feel like I was cool, or to make the people that I was doing this shit with feel like I was cool. Because, you know, when you grow up in a household with all them motherfucking people, you feel what I'm saying? There's really no identity there. You don't have no identity unless you really like stood the fuck out. And see, for me, I'm a junior. So I still didn't even have an identity. Because even when I was going to West Side, they didn't know me as Phil by myself or Big Phil by myself. No, my daddy was Big Phil. I was Lil Rock.
You had to carry a legacy.
You feel what I'm saying? So a nigga like me growing up and your daddy telling you, hey man, your name ain't your name. You don't too much find yourself until you really find yourself. You get where I'm coming from? And I had to really dig deep, find some shit going on. Like, to be honest with you, bro, I didn't gain my confidence until I start low key right before I started talking to my wife. I didn't find my confidence until I turned into a little hoe. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why I was talking to y'all on that. Oh, you remember that comment when I was like, yeah, I wanted to run around, be one of them loose cannons, one of them loose niggas. Yeah, because I didn't have no confidence like that. And I used to see that all the niggas that, you know, got the females that was loose and everything like that, those was the ones that was really getting it. Those was the ones that was really moving. You feel what I'm saying? So me and
you had though, because
you say who?
I'm just asking what you saying that you didn't have no confidence growing up. Like what kind of masculine? And that doesn't mean that if you had masculine presence, that was the reason or not. But I'm just wondering what type of masculine presence did you have?
So for me, like I had to go out in the streets and like really like search for this shit, because like I really didn't get it from my dad. You feel what I'm saying? Like he'll tell me some shit and it'll be like a riddle sometimes. And it, you know what I'm saying? Like basically just send your ass out to the wolves, and you sitting here with this mind fuck the whole day trying to figure out what it was that he was talking about, until I actually had to like go and sit amongst other old heads that actually just be like, hey, brother, slow it down, tighten it up. You get where I'm coming from? Like, I didn't get mine from the crib like a lot of people who grew up in a 2-parent household. Like, there's sometimes like that shit, you literally have to go out and find that shit for yourself. Like, it took me a minute it legitimately took me a minute to find that. Like, to be honest, I really don't even think that I found it fully until my wife told me she was pregnant with my son.
Is it hard for you to say that out loud when you say things like that? Like,
No, it's not.
it ain't.
It's not. And the reason why I say it's not is because I'm not too proud to beg. I was out this motherfucker begging people for money, man. Like, yo, bro, let me hold a couple dollars just so I can eat something real quick, man. I just put some money on the bills at my mama's house. Or I just did such and such. Or I just had to fuck around and pay this court fees and restitution. I ain't got no bread. You feel what I'm saying? I ask a motherfucker for, I ask a motherfucker for a square too if I need one. I ask somebody for $1 or $2. I was never too proud to beg, but see, a lot of people utilize that pride shit, you know what I'm saying, and make it seem like they bigger than what they are. Me, I've never.
BK in the building. I gotta make sure I acknowledge everybody that come in the building, man. You know,
For
it's
sure,
Monday, pushing that masculine energy. But how you feeling, BK? How did the birthday festivities go for you and the family? I got Phil Ruck in the building, man. He been on here once before. I think he actually called in, but he jumped on here with me. He's sharing, some of the things that he went through. He's another one. I had Skull down on here earlier, and we were just pretty much talking about after living the lives that we live, how we able to put our pride to the side and not be afraid to talk to other men, network, learn from them. Being in single parent homes, not necessarily getting that masculine energy. Brother said he was actually in a home with his, but he didn't get. Well, he don't feel like he got the proper instruction, which is possibly true. But he said he had to go out into the world, and it was to the point though other OGs would tell him, "Hey, tighten up or get it together. You moving wrong." I can say I went through that as well, but shit, I went through it and didn't necessarily have them old heads that told me tighten up. I don't know. Maybe I was with the wrong crowds. I did eventually get around the right crowds, but for some time, I had no guidance. No matter who I hung around. A few times I got around some fellas, but I think they had like their guidance was like their grandmas and shit like that. I got my own grandma. No disrespect to the next grandma, but my grandma did a okay job of being a grandma monument. But a lot of boys need that male figure, that masculine energy. You would love for it to be their dad, their next of kin, if not grandpa, uncle, brother, shit like that. And if not, stepdad, the man's gonna step in. But without that masculine energy being provided, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
We hate to use it as a crutch, but again, it's an era where maybe it'll be easier on everybody if hey, I'm fucked up, and this is why. I mean, you may not agree with it. You may think I'm looking for a pity party, but just hit me out this one time, and we'll never talk about it again. At least not this part. You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear about it again. But hey, this happened to me. I never told nobody, and from time to time, I just be blanking out and don't know why. But hey, it's a possibility that could be why. You know what I'm saying? And when we argue, even with our females, not us necessarily in our relationship, but you don't know what triggers you as a man or a woman and makes you respond to your mate in a certain way. But you could think about some of the shit that happened in your past and be like, you know what? Oh, fuck. Damn. This why I talk to this motherfucker like this. And I think it's okay. I don't really think about what I'm saying. And he responded like this, and I think that's feminine, and that ain't even the case, or vice versa with a man. You think that your woman responding in masculine energy, but you don't even know what real feminine energy is. You haven't been around it. Your mother didn't necessarily have it, or she wasn't around enough to show it to you because, again, you was in a single parent home. She had to work. These things occur. But once a motherfucker is able to tell somebody, open up, and I don't know, trying to get a motherfucker to snitch on you, but again, finding some understanding, then we can be like, well, shit, I was in this type of crib, and this what happened to me. And I ain't take it like that, but damn, on this part, I did take it like that. Well, I didn't. Damn, I understand. Fuck you. We built different. But
You
we
know.
all need.
And with that, it was more so like, okay, you know, I see this shit ain't what it is. So I need to step in and try to do something to help be, help this situation be more than what it is. You feel what I'm saying? That's why my little brothers and sisters, they all look at me like I'm a role model. You know what I'm saying? Because when I did things, I tried to do things to include them, and I tried to make sure that as a big brother, as a role model, y'all go out there and get y'all identity.
You feel like you've been a good role model?
I feel like I have. You feel what
100%
I'm saying? Like
all the way through, or fine?
I,
Like,
I say all of them,
cause
including
you
my
know,
kids.
motherfuckers be watching my lives. I need to say this to people, like, man, the next season, this season 2, we wrapping up at the end of this year. But when season 3 come up, it's gonna be a lot of shit. Like, I'm gonna really go hard, and motherfuckers be writing me all the time. Whenever I have anybody call in,
Mm-hmm.
be on the panel, comment, man, you know I be having motherfuckers saying shit. I be reading between the lines. I just
On
ignore
me.
shit. So, but hey, if you've been a motherfucking good role model, you a stand-up nigga. I could say that I wasn't necessarily a full-fledged good role model, whether it was to my sons or to I don't want to say my younger siblings, because I think I was a great role model. I was in a position as a kid, the kid that had to watch his other siblings, so he was like the parent, and there was a lot of us growing up back in the day, moms that work come outside. I was that kid for some time. So I think that's why I was that wild boy out running the streets, along with the abuse at the crib. That's why I got away.
Because it was kind of like you felt sheltered in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? It was like you felt sheltered in a sense because you had all these brothers and sisters that you had to watch out for. And you got
I
to
had to
make sure
grow up.
that they ain't doing shit that they ain't supposed to be doing. You still got your other ones that's right up under you that want to do every fucking thing that you doing. So it's like, man, so like by me being a second and sixth, I felt like my big brother was my role model. But I saw him do all the wrong shit that, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers would get in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed the fuck away from that. And I showed, brothers and sisters like, yo, do this. Don't do that. Because if you do this, you'll fuck around and get something. Instead of you fucking around and going over there and then you ain't getting shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why, and I'm telling them this, like it's a reason why they started trusting me come freshman year, because shit, through elementary and middle school, I didn't get their ass a reason not to. But as soon as that freshman year hit and I was starting to create that identity for myself, because see, I graduated in 2009, but motherfuckers thought I was supposed to graduate in 06, 07. Because I was hanging around juniors and seniors instead of hanging around the freshmen and fucking sophomores. Because the same said freshmen and sophomores wasn't fucking with your boy like that. You know what I'm saying? Only a select few. And I don't even have friends. I have a band of brothers.
Sound like you had a
See,
little that, like, fuck them little freshmen and sophomores.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really give a fuck about all of that. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I was socially fucking awkward, bro. Like, I didn't have an identity. So it was like, okay, where can I get in? Everybody that I just went to school with, they ain't fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? They just like, all right, this is the same said fat nigga that was just over here at Ford, at Holliston, and all this shit like that. I get over here with these juniors and these seniors. Now everybody like, oh damn. So this motherfucker was telling the truth. He do know ABC, XYZ, yeah.
What's up,
But I
Tasha?
had to.
Hold on, bro. I just want to make sure I speak to all, especially the queens that's popping in. What's up, Tasha? Anybody else that's in the building? Kativi, I ain't probably say that right, but Miss Riley. Anybody else that's joining me again this Monday? Just talking to some of the fellas. We trying to work on masculine energy. We building up. We tearing down some walls. We building up. And I ain't no doctor, no shit like that. Ain't no teacher. More so learning from each other. Y'all feel free to comment. Happy birthday, all the SAGs. My little nephew had a birthday, BK. She, you know what I'm saying? She in here joining. I'm surprised you ain't knocked out, sis. But yeah, happy birthday to all the SAGs. I got Phil Rucker in here, man. He one of the homies. We locked in, like I say, we just talking about that masculine energy that we possess and some sharing it with other folks. Y'all feel free to comment, shut a live, even if you're on a short time or a long time. Yeah, what you feel like? Let me ask you this. I asked Reese this, Scott Dollar, and his
What up?
answer was, I asked him, what do he feel like we lack nowadays in men, with the masculine energy, quote unquote, that word is used strongly. And he said men lacking education as far as, taking a time to read the books that matter, I guess learning the laws, and shit of that nature. What do you think we lack as far as men and our masculinity nowadays?
I say it's a lot of men that lack a lot of authenticity.
Mm.
And the reason why I say they lack a lot of authenticity, you got to understand, people only do things that other people allow them to do, right? Instead of them actually allowing themselves to be a person. You know what I mean? And what I say and what I mean by that, and this is no shade to a lot of my musical artists, because I felt as though I was a musical artist at one point in time. Hell, I could still write music with the
You
best.
probably are a musical artist, but the wave threw you off because it's everybody doing this wave that you got to do to make money, but it's the higher up. Continue. Go ahead.
It's like the reason why I say authenticity is because a lot of people go off of a hierarchy of their friend bases. Does that make sense?
Or what's popular?
There you go. I was trying to use a different word, but since we hit it right on the motherfucking head, nail on the coffin.
What's popular?
If motherfuckers ain't popular, motherfuckers ain't fucking with you. So you got to lose yourself, lose your train of thought in order to slightly be fucked with by the person that you've been wanting to fuck with you for a long time. I find issue with that. I'm 100% authentically me.
What's up, Maya Starlins? How you doing, Starlins?
100% authentically me. I'm not finna fake and act like I'm a motherfucking gangster. I'm not finna fake and act like I am the richest businessman in the world. Yes, I am a businessman. I own businesses. Yes, I did do gangster shit, but none of that defines who the fuck I am. And a lot of people, they go, when they go too far left into a certain field and they know they should have been right, you lost cause to me, buddy. You lost all your authenticity.
I like that. I had to write that down, bro. I think I'm gonna do, not to cut you off, but for the intro for Masculine Energy Mondays, I'm gonna take clips of different people that I'm talking to in between this time, and when I ask them what they think we lack at, we'll put that in the clip. Because you're right, bro. The authenticity of being yourself, even if it's laughed at because it's being I would rather be laughed at for being myself than laughed at for trying to be something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And then being laughed at because they thought that's who you are.
Right. And it's like it's crazy because people try their whole life to just be like, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I get that first burst of whatever it is that's positive or, up there and where it's supposed to be, I'm going to shit on these motherfuckers. I'm going to step on their necks. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? Until you get there. Now you seeing that the same said people who you was just trying to step on their necks, now they like, oh yeah, that person cool. No, that motherfucker ain't cool. See, that motherfucker had to play a fool to fool you to make you still believe that you ain't a dummy, even though you are.
Right. What's up, Lydia? How you doing, Miss Tucker?
That person had to. You feel me? That person had to fuck around and finesse and finagle. See, now you coming into my circle. You feel what I'm saying? But now you seeing that this circle ain't as green on this side as you thought it was, nigga. The grass is dead over here too, because I just had to cut this grass real fucking low because I just had a couple snakes that was trying to pop out this bitch too. Yeah, I mean,
it was the lean back for me, bro. I had to hit you with the solo camera, man. It was the
You feel me? Sometimes you get, sometimes, I fuck with it. But you feel me? Like, that's just one thing, like, I just never been able to get with. And a motherfucker could call me lame all the fuck they want to. My wife don't think I'm lame. My kids don't think I'm lame. My family don't think I'm lame. I'm still able to support my shit and support they shit at the same motherfucking time. On top of that, I'm probably cool with your big homie. I'm probably better with your big homie than you are with your own motherfucking big homie. So you can say whatever you want to say, but I had to build this shit for my motherfucking self. I had to go and soak that knowledge in from that big homie. You didn't soak that knowledge in. You just wanted the glitz and the glamour. I didn't want the glitz and the glamour. Just give me the motherfucking reward and let me get everything else from behind the scenes. I'm a behind the scenes ass nigga. I really don't like being on camera. Because before I thought I was handsome, I thought I was ugly as fuck and unphotogenic as fuck. So you feel me? So me getting on camera now is like something new. You feel what I'm saying? But
I think
my wife gets on camera a lot. She'll take a picture, show herself and stun on these hoes. So now it's like, okay, now she got to see her husband do just a little bit, just a tad bit, but I'm still my authentic self because I still love each and every last one of y'all to the death of me, and I don't even know who the fuck you is.
What's up, Sylvia Clark, dang, and anybody else who's joining us, man? We on Church in a While with Worthy. It's Monday, so we definitely passing out masculine energy. I got the homie Phil Rucker. He's from my hometown. You know, my platform is just open to anybody who has a message that we can agree or disagree with, but do it in a respectful way and get some understanding. We do tear down, but we build up and we do it in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro been sharing, some of his point of views, his vision. Earlier I had Skodal on here. We've been talking about what we like as men and the masculinity department. And I'm sure we lack a lot of things, as long as the feminine energy, but we're not on that. But Sko had said it was education as far as like the time we take on reading up on what we need to know in order to just be successful in certain fields of work. Phil, he said authenticity. I definitely agree with him. Hey, that might be number one. That might go down in the books as number one because it's hard to find motherfucker being herself. I can say, from example, I didn't take off until I just said fuck it and just started being myself. Like all around the board, not giving a fuck being myself. Not to mean that my manner or my moral compass didn't work, but just meant I didn't care what the next thought about me. If you wasn't fam, not necessarily blood, but fam in the sense of you got my back, I got yours, why would I care? And it's put me in position in different heights. I'm doing shit that I didn't even really, at some point I gave up. Not now, but at some point in life, I thought that just doing this type of shit, it was impossible for me. As much as talented as I am, I didn't think that I would get where I'm at. And it eventually happened, and I know I got further to go. But now I say it from a point where people are like, hey, bro, you the shit, bro. Stop playing, dog. You doing shit. One of my friends, I know y'all got y'all little thing going on, and y'all keep me out of it unless y'all just want positive feedback from me. But he always tends to say, like, bro, man, ain't nobody took no pictures with no llamas from our city. Like, I want to take a picture with a llama, bro. You took a picture. You and your wife took a picture with a llama. Y'all doing big things. You in a magazine. And I don't realize it, I guess, because I come from where I come from, and it's a numbing place. It's a numbing mechanism coming from Gary. People say if you can survive Gary, you can survive anywhere. I don't believe that. And well, no, you know what? I do believe that because surviving is a term that people use as if surviving is like you're being successful, you're winning. No, you're just making it. As treading water, surviving. You don't know how to swim, so you haven't died, but you're surviving. And I believe that a lot of Gary folks could survive anywhere, but be successful, like they can't. You just can't. It's not a shot. It's just we got a lot of aggression in us. A lot of us don't know how to listen. We just smart, and we are smart. But sometimes being super smart meaning you may know everything and you know enough to know that you should just listen to how much a motherfucker don't know. You know what I'm saying?
One thing about a Gary motherfucker, mentality and two things. Mentality and pride is the main source of our demise. The main source. mentality wise. You feel what I'm saying? They were used to getting things a certain way out here because they thought they were of that upper echelon until they took their ass somewhere else and saw that high horse that your ass was on. You don't even look as best as the ugly motherfucker out this way.
That's a fact, though. You right. A lot of folks are the men and the women in their city.
You know,
go outside of their city somewhere else. It's a start over thing, and they really was nobody.
It's like ground zero. It's like breaking ground zero all over again. But the reason why I say pride, though, it's just how we are, man. It's just how we are. I mean, anything could have something to do with your pride, how argumentative you are. You know what I'm saying? How diminishing you are to a certain person's character. That has something to do with your pride, your genetic code. But then again, that's just something that we all have been a part of. We are products of our environment. And if we've been in environments where we've seen a lot of that shit happen, we're going to be more product and more prone to keep that bullshit alive. You know what I'm saying? Or how about this? Because this might fuck you up too. Taking away from that, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said with like the friends and all this shit like that. Cause you said something about like, with the positivity with like the day ones and all that good shit like that. Watch who the fuck your day ones is too.
I believe if you watch who your day ones is, you know how to handle them. You're not properly watching them. If you don't know who you're dealing with and what type of person he is, and not prepared for their foolishness as much as
Most
they
definitely.
see, because everybody got bad in them.
You won't.
Bad like, oh, they horrible, but it could just be mood swing. It could be not you. It could be somebody else affecting their energy. But you know your circle. And when you know your circle, you know your people. You know when you send this motherfucker some whatever. You send this motherfucker some music and you want a feedback. If you send it to a certain motherfucker like me, he gonna give you the real. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it like, oh, that's hot, da da da. And then you can send it to a certain other motherfucker. They gonna say, oh, this hot, and they gonna leave you on the island and then it sent you off.
And see, that's how I am when it comes to like food and shit. Sorry to cut you off. That's how it is when I come around like dealing with like food. Like I was a much bigger dude than this. So when it comes time for me to like cook and bake and all that shit like that, I got that shit down pat. But see, I'm already confident in my shit. So it's to the point where I don't even have to taste it no more. I just throw the shit to somebody. And they'll be like, damn, you got some more of this? Where's it coming from? But as far as like that day one shit that I was saying, like as far as like watching them is concerned, granted, yeah, I agree with you on the part of like, if you know what it's about, you know how to handle that person. You feel what I'm saying? But what if you got one where it's been handled, but that shit come left field to you? You feel what I'm saying? To the point where shit disrespects your household.
What if they?
You would have never expected that shit to just come to your household. But then again, I take that back. That's a problem with self because you shouldn't have allowed some motherfucker to get that goddamn close to you in the first goddamn place.
I feel you, but I don't agree with it because okay. I look at it like even your circle small or big, but let's say you got a big circle.
Okay.
Your circle like the Capcom Street Fighter roster. You got Guile, you got M. Bison, you got all these people. I ain't gonna name the names, but you know most of the characters just like me. So you know. So these your friends though. We ain't saying these people you fighting.
Okay.
But the Street Fighters, they fight each other, but they still friends. So you know Blanka will fight you. You know he gonna shock you. He gonna be ugly. You know, in Bison, he a boss. He gonna move how he move. He liable to cross you. But you know this.
Yeah.
If you sign up for this over and over again, nobody's to blame but you. But then again, if they're a part of your team, you got them a part of your team for a reason. So you do not allow certain circumstances to occur. And these are things that I'm learning because I've lost friends who could have still been friends, and I don't think that I should have cut them off in the fashion that I cut them off, and I didn't have to necessarily be that type of friend. because my friend is not the same type of friend they're going to be. My standards be high as fuck, and I have to stop having expectations for folks. They're not going to do what I do. That don't mean that we can't be friends. That just means I have to maneuver differently. I was maneuvering differently. Don't mean cutting you off. That may mean when we have this conversation and I can tell that you finna get started, I stop it. And I don't got to stop it like, well, I stopped it, because I do this with my wife. I stop it sometimes and she don't even know. She just, she thought she won, whatever. Then sometimes I stop it where she know I'm being a dick, but I stopped it. You know what I'm saying? So you see it, stopped it. But I still got you, my prized possession, my woman, my friend. I still got you, my friend, my prized possession, a plug, a connect, somebody to talk to when I'm going wrong, something to lean on, because nobody in this world is perfect. Again,
not at all
worthy of these titles that we put on ourselves.
And one thing my father had always told me before he passed away, Lord rest his soul, rest up to y'all. But one thing my pops had always told me, because when you sit there and you trying to build this identity and you fuck around, you mad, you don't really you really don't even care what you be saying to a motherfucker half the time. So I'm talking to my pops and he all like, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, don't say that. I'm like, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I was good. I was born alone. I'ma die alone. I don't care about none of that. Even if I gotta fucking bury you before I bury myself, I turn around and do that. My pop stopped me and said, first and foremost, nigga, tighten up. But the second thing that you gonna do, nigga, you'll never need nobody until you need somebody. And I want you to remember that for the rest of your life.
What did he say? You never need nobody till you need somebody. That was clever.
He said, you never need nobody until you need somebody. And he said, remember that quote for the rest of your motherfucking life. Because there's gonna be
somebody. You always, and that's why I'm saying, like, okay.
And that was the point that he was trying to make, is that you're always going to need that.
I know the point you're making, but still, you trying to say the opposite party should you shouldn't have to be the bigger person, or you shouldn't have to pick it and know. That's what you're saying, right?
No. Because that's a part of your growth to be that bigger person. That's a part of your authentic self to be that bigger person too. I'm just speaking on it from a mindset of I ain't forgot what you did, but for the sake of me being an adult, and the sake of me moving on with my children, and the sake of me moving on with my life, I'm gonna forgive you for myself. I'm never gonna forgive you for the shit that you've done to me, because that's the shit that you wanted to do to me. Anything that anybody has ever done to anybody is what they wanted to do to that person.
Is it?
Period. Whether it was good or it was bad, inadvertent or not, there was a slight thought of doing that shit.
No, if you make me, I feel like if you make me have to protect myself against you, I accidentally fuck you up. I didn't necessarily want to fuck you up, but I had to.
Now, every action is for every action there has a reaction. Yes,
but that doesn't mean
I'm speaking on before that reaction happens. You didn't know what the fuck that person had in their mind. They probably thought about doing that shit or saying that shit just to get a rise out of you, because hey, a lot of people think that they know you by the shit that you post, by the shit that you say, and by the shit that they saw you do from back in the day. They didn't see that growth. They didn't see that evolution. They didn't see you evolve. They didn't see you go through them stages of you making them dumbass decisions and getting the fuck up out of it. They still think that you just a pariah of dumb fucking decisions, until they meet up with somebody that's a little bit more, like I said, tightened up. Now I got to change my outlook or my approach on things. I have to change how I come to this nigga. I got to change how I talk to this woman. I got to change how I am in my mentality. Just like how you said to about the lady at the courthouse, right?
Right.
How she was speaking about some shit, just basically trying to rush you, because she, in her mind, she done already had this thought that you was going to be a combative motherfucker. Correct?
Right.
You hit her with, hey, that's not what we doing here. Now, I appreciate what you're saying. Granted, probably didn't go that way, but still, you made it to a point where she was able to understand that you wasn't that type of motherfucker.
Well, look. Now, here go the flip side, though. I am that by nature. I think I am a combative motherfucker because of how or what I was surrounded by and what I learned, not what I was taught, but what I was learned.
Okay.
What I want to be is not a combative person. I want to be able to, if I don't understand, I want to be able to get to ask a question without it seeming like I'm being combative, or respond without it seeming like I'm being combative all the time. And that's what happened today in a great way. I think she thought I was going to be combative, and that possibly the energy I gave off in that first instance before I took the split time to say, this is not what I'm trying to do. Lord, I'm not trying to give off these energies to this woman. Help me be able to articulate and say what I need to say in order for this shit to go the right way. You feel me?
Yeah, you had to embody or invoke some type of patience to show somebody that that's what they needed to be for you. Now, trust me, I have my days. I really do. I have my days. If I'm ready to cuss a motherfucker out, I'm legitimately, I'm gonna take it there. But there are certain times where I gotta sit there and think about it like, okay, what do you want to get done today if you do this? How do you want to get things done if you're doing this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where because it could have been one or two things for you. Just like you told Skull. Shit, if you fucked around and just been like, all right, I see your ass Thursday. Boom. That's a warrant out for your arrest because you just missed the court date.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Or you fuck around, you get there, and you still cuss out. Now she can have somebody escort your ass out. Now you still finna miss your court date.
Yeah. And
So that's still gonna be another warrant on your, you get where I'm coming from. So it's like, okay, somebody has to be that one person within that transaction of adulthoods, of adults. Somebody got to be that one person to just be like, all right, which one of us is about to bite this bullet? Because neither one of us want to, you know what I'm saying? Neither one of us want to let up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be that person regardless, bro. Because at the end of the day, I've been the opposite end of the spectrum where I didn't bite the bullet. And
see, I'm the same way. There used to be a point in time I didn't want to be Bruce Leroy. I wasn't trying to catch bullets with my motherfucking teeth. I wanted to be shown up. You feel what I'm saying?
I get you. I get the lingo.
You catch that lingo? I wanted to be shown up. I wanted to put something on your ass. Pause. You feel what I'm saying? But we finna do something. Because I felt like I had to prove myself. I had to showcase or placate something that I wasn't. I've always been a patient man. I've always been a man that was able to utilize his words. I'm a wordsmith. I can speak to just about any and everybody and be okay with it. Granted, will they be okay after a conversation that they've had with me? You never know. Hell, you've been all right after a couple conversations you've had with me. Shit, I'm back on your podcast.
I mean, shit, I don't allow people to offend me as much as they think they do. Like
facts, and I'm the same way now. So it's like, okay, how we used to move is not how we're moving today. Ain't that what Fat Joe said? Yesterday's prices ain't today's prices.
Prices went up.
You know what I'm saying? The prices don't went up. Now, granted, as your prices is going up, just like a motherfucker in the music industry, as your prices going up, you still got some stragglers that wanted to be on that team with you. You feel what I'm saying? You gave them all the ropes, you gave them all the keys to the streets, but they still wanted to remain stagnated. Right?
Talk that talk.
You can't stay stagnated with the niggas that wanted to stay stagnated, because really, in all honesty, they riding fame off your name.
right?
So what Snoop do? Fuck it. Drop Dash, Dillinger, and Corrupt in the Dog Pound. Let me go on ahead and grab this bag real quick. What Cube do? Fuck it. Drop MCA, Eazy-E, and Dr. Dre and DJ Yella and go on ahead and hit their ass with no Vaseline and show these niggas that I'm the reason that NWA was NWA.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Like,
you feel me? 50 Cent. Yayo and Yayo always in fucking jail. Lloyd Banks act like he don't want to do an album. Buck somewhere talking to you talking to your tranny friend around the corner. You Negroes ain't G-Unit.
Yo, well, how we get that? I'll go over here sipping about. They can't see me. I don't know. My screen is froze, but man, this tonight's show is sponsored by Bombay's Sapphire Loan Dry Gin. I've been on my gin for the week. Like I say, man, church in the wild.
Small disclaimer, y'all. I do apologize if it seems like I'm going all over the place with it. I'm going off of like 2 hash edibles, and I've been working and moving. So yeah, I got a lot of philosophical shit in this here mind of mine, and you know. So and plus I'm in this office by myself, so I be needing to get these thoughts out, or else I'm just sitting in them. So I thank you for the opportunity.
Like I say, man, we ended the month, so my next couple of shows gonna be like this. But going into the new year, man, we're gonna be back with the panel. I'm not gonna be live on Facebook no more. We're only gonna be going straight to YouTube, and we're gonna share it to you from YouTube to Facebook. But we building the community, and with that, different moves will be made to see who's serious. I'm not asking for no money. I don't need nobody to fund me. You can tip me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying feel, but anybody that fuck with me, you can tip me, because yeah, I do entertain for a level of my personality to give motherfuckers life. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely building up a community where we can continue to have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Along with women and men. Then build and talk about our businesses and possible ventures that can occur. Everybody don't want to punch the clock and work the 9 to 5 for somebody and build their situation up. Some of us do have LLCs and our own business that we started. Didn't necessarily start in the right way. Some people did, but again, we want to network. I'm opening my platform because I've just been a face. You know what I'm saying? I've been everything from a whipping boy to psychedelic black sheep to I fuck with Worthy to I don't fuck with Worthy, but that's cool because my intentions are pure and genuine, and I'm winning, and I want to see others win. You know what I'm saying? And I'm winning because I'm alive, and I've realized that every day I woke up, nigga, I'm blessed. Another opportunity, bro. Another opportunity to be the best version of myself, a man, a dad, a friend, give advice, take my own advice, get some advice. Learn something new, meet somebody, love on my woman better. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm in tune with it. I'm happy. Not to say tomorrow I won't be disappointed about some shit, but I'm gonna continue my charge to be happy, bro. Being happy is so healthy. Walk around down. You pick other people up. I've been sad and seen other happy people pick me up just off their energy. Like, why the fuck this motherfucker so happy? Life can't be. Yeah, life can be. Life.
It really can.
You don't have to be the richest. You don't have to have a bitch. You don't have to have a man. You don't have to have family. You would like to. Don't get me wrong. Nobody wants to be alone. You want to have counterparts. And again, I created a lot of my kids searching for that family that I didn't have. But you don't necessarily need that. But you have to know that. And with knowing that means you have to love yourself. You have to respect yourself. You have to have boundaries that you won't allow people to cross. Because once you allow them to cross them, they may cross them again. And then you have to take accountability. Now, you might crack their head and shit, but you have to take accountability that you allowed them to cross the line that they feel comfortable crossing.
Most definitely. They shouldn't have been able to cross that line the first time.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, it's more so like, okay, that's where the accountability should have come into play at, because just like with a regular relationship, whether it's, even if it's a friendship, there still should have been some boundaries set there. And when there's never no boundary set, you're gonna find yourself in a situation where a motherfucker ain't gonna care, or they're just gonna keep doing what they keep doing, because guess what? They keep doing what you keep allowing them to do.
Do you think people set boundaries before, or what? I feel like as soon as you said that, I thought about like the boundaries that we set in relationships or whatever in a business, and I felt like I don't set them until it happened, like when it happened.
And that's the majority thing. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but you just said you don't set boundaries until like it happened. But see, how would that person know to not fuck with that or go to that? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
communicated.
You exactly, like you have to communicate that shit off top. Like, not trying to bring me and my wife into this, but me and my wife had a conversation way before we even became, you know what I'm saying, boyfriend and girlfriend type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Before we even start courting each other.
Courting. Nigga showing his age.
Yeah, hey. But we had a conversation with each other like, okay. She told me she didn't believe in abortions. I told her I didn't believe in abortions either. You feel what I'm saying? But let's just say we didn't have that conversation about that subject. You get where I'm coming from? And then we fuck around, we doing what adults do. And she turned around, she end up, you know what I'm saying? She end up with child.
Right. And she won't want to, you don't. I get it. Yeah, that's a definite. I think people don't have. I've had that conversation with some females before, and I've not had it before with females, and that has occurred. So and that's.
So when it comes to that, it's more so about your comfort level. You feel what I'm saying? Because the way that the conversation was, we spoke about a litany of a lot of shit, but we were comfortable with each other enough to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? When you got two mature people in the room, boundaries are automatically set in a sense, if you think about it, because that's what y'all talking about right then and there. I'm not finna go and talk to no female and not know what her likes and not know what her likes and dislikes are.
But is that because, okay, let me ask you, is that because is that a self-talk thing, or did you observe somebody in your past or somebody coming up that you like, this is how this is done?
That's a mixture of both.
See, but
that's a mixture of both. And see, and a lot of people, I'm sorry, go ahead. Say what you need to say.
I'm saying, well, you know, a lot of men or boys, because growing up with boys, you're not getting that. You're not being fed how to date properly, how to court a girl per se, to set boundaries, to even in a relationship, you know, I think when you got relationships with the dad and the sons, or the moms and the dads and the 20s, and y'all getting serious now, you know, y'all having kids, have y'all talked about it, you know, because at some point I've seen parents talk to their kids about that, and that initiates the boundary settings.
True. Now I've seen that happen too. That's never happened in my household. So with that, I say I took a lot of shit when you say learn, you know, speaking on something or speaking to somebody and learning out, you know, from what another person has gone through. I never utilized their words to tell me what to do. Does that make sense? Like, I always learned off of another motherfucker's mistakes. Because I like
to make the mistake, you saying, like watching somebody else make the mistake?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, like I was the quiet, socially awkward kid, so I could sit there and be a fly on the motherfucking wall, even though I was big as shit. I could still sit there and be a fly on the wall and see what not to fucking do. That person ain't necessarily have to tell me shit, but I'm looking at it because I'm in the room with this motherfucker and I'm seeing everything that's going on. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like I know, but then again, I don't know. So it's like, okay, I'm seeing that this shit is getting a negative reaction. So that's one of them things where it's just like, all right, stay the fuck away from that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the shit that's going on, you know, the shit that's going on right there, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a part of that, me learning some shit, or me, you know what I'm saying, getting out of my way, trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to that,
I take that
as far
back.
as as far as like that, like I ain't too much like fucked up off of, you know what I'm saying, that, but like as far as like me self-teaching myself,
Can y'all
you
hear?
feel
Can
me?
you hear me?
Who, me?
You can hear me. Shit, I was saying but I was lying when I thought I had to think about it a little more. I was gonna say shit. I really didn't pay attention to too many relationships, but I did. The notes that I was taking was like, I don't want my relationship to be like that. I wouldn't treat my woman like that or my wife. I don't want, because I like, other than my grandparents, those older relationships where the relationships last, they successful in the business. Then the generation after that is like my parents' generation, and that wasn't the greatest example for me. So when you start seeing failed relationships, and then you start seeing more baby mama, baby daddy situations occur, 90s, 2000s, and so on. And it's not to say
What?
you don't have relationships out here, you don't have successful marriages, because you and your wife married, and y'all promote a successful relationship, and I know other couples who do the same. So it's possible, it's very possible. But most of the kids be needing both parents. In the long run, that's all we saying, especially you want the men to be more masculine, then start having the men in their life. Start allowing the dads, if the dad's not a scumbag, if he hasn't done nothing wrong to the kid, maybe y'all relationship was a failed relationship. It wasn't successful, y'all don't get along. Y'all gotta find a way to get along just enough for that kid to learn enough. Well, he don't have to go find it in the streets. He don't have to go find it off TV. A lot of my relation mishaps come from thinking TV really projected how relationships should go. I mean, some of it's good for you to teach you how to be a gentleman, but that's not really how life goes. Not saying you don't got to be a gentleman, but life ain't birds and the bees. It's something else. It's earthworms and slugs or something. It's not birds and bees.
Life ain't no motherfucking rom-com, man.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
You feel what I'm saying? Life ain't no motherfucking rom-com. Now, like you said, it's cool to, what I'm saying, base that shit, or not even base it, because you got to base it off of yourself and base it off of the person that's with you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the shit that I go through, or that I was going through with the females that I was going through that shit with, it's like a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? When I'm with my wife, she don't do half or a quarter of the bullshit that a lot of them females that I was fucking with was doing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
what?
Oh man, shit. I'm talking about, go to the motherfucker, go fuck on your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? And then come back around when it's time for me to come back around, and me being a fucking simp, I'm just going through some shit and buying gifts, breaking bread, you know what I'm saying? Or shit. I had one bitch tell me, only reason she was fucking with me so she could get with my brother.
What?
Yeah, my blood brother.
Nah, you
Yeah.
lied.
I'm like, okay, cut that whole off. You know what I'm saying? It was like the shit that I've been going through, bro. It's like a fucking movie. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can tell you stories for days, goddamn. But yeah, we go there. But hell, I ain't got that type of time, and you don't need.
Hey, no, hey, we go to eventually get to that, because we was gonna wrap it up. We done hit the 2 hour mark, but we definitely gonna get to that type of talk, because again, that's a lot of shit that tear brothers down, and that's why we act spicy at times. And motherfuckers want to act like he ain't acting like a man. No, I'm acting like I think I should act like how I should treat you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Until you get in the right environment with the right energy, the right person, the right partner, the right family. You working the right job, you eating right. Again, it's about getting some righteous shit in your motherfucking blueprint. That's what I say, right or life. Right or life, it's about some righteous shit. I ain't pushing perfection again. Like I said, I'm pushing being worthy. Ain't got nothing to do with my name, man. Phil, I appreciate you coming in tonight, bro.
Always, brother.
When you want to chop in again, man, just let me know, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
All right, now.
So yeah, man, that was the homie Phil Rucker. He a regular. He be tapping in with me. I see that my screen is froze and you could just see my beautiful face. Well, I'm glad I have my glasses on or whatever. Again, I wasn't necessarily expecting for any of the fellas to join, although they could have joined. They said they was, but we at the end of the month, we wrapping things up. We getting close to prepare for season 3. I'm no longer even counting episodes at this point. I'm just doing them at about 3 months at a time. Doing Mondays and Wednesdays, masculine energy on Mondays, Wednesdays, open up the platform for the ladies. We had a guest last Wednesday. It was pretty cool. Conversation was all around the board, you know what I'm saying? But it was good for the soul, you know what I'm saying? Me and Tay, we went at it for a second. I'm surprised he ain't pop up. If anything, Mr. Traditional, we talked earlier. Shout out to Bread the Brutal, Malik. We got some shit cooking up for y'all though. So get in tune with me, man. Subscribe, hit my link. I'm kind of glad this shit stuck so you can just see my beautiful face, but hear my voice and see how it match up. Yeah, shout out to Skull Dollar. I don't want to forget that he was here on the beginning. We talked for a while. He took the time out of work. Was dropping some gems. Again, he was somebody I talked to recently this month. He inspired me, had some things to say. Shout out to Jessica. She just had her baby. I know she's one of the regulars. That's what she be popping up. She just had a Sagittarius, a Sag. I call them Sags. But shout out to all the Sagittarius and anybody celebrating a birthday. Anybody who ain't hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying? We getting to it this year, man. 2024 has already started for me. I'm feeling good, feeling wavy. I promise not to wipe out. I'm hitting my stick, sipping my Bombay. It's Monday. Finna get back into the work schedule. Shit, just got off. Already back, knowing I got to be back at it. I'm sending love and light to anybody who got to work. Anybody got to run a business. Anybody got to raise some kids. Anybody got some sick family individuals in their family. Sending you love and light. Like, I know times is hard. So move like 2024 already started. Fuck that 2023 December shit. That shit over. Get ready for Christmas if you celebrate or you don't, but you know your family do. Get ready for it. But 2024, we already in that moment. We working. What else? Pray more, eat right. Shit, that's it for that. You know what I'm saying? Try to be as positive as possible. Ain't gotta be perfect, but be positive. Smile, open the door for somebody. Tell them thank you. Their outfit look nice. It's okay. I'm finna get up out of here, man. I got work to do. I be at work tomorrow. Wifey in the room. You know what I'm saying? She allowed me to take the time out to do my podcast, and you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I see y'all Wednesday, man. Tap in with me. I think we be live about 8 or 9. Set your notifications. Hit the link, subscribe to my YouTube.